We're not just restricted to inserting various shapes and word art objects into our Word documents, we can insert images as well. Now those images can either be located on your hard drive, so you already have them on your machine, perhaps photographs that you've taken, or they can come from what effectively was traditionally known as clip art or the office.com gallery. Either way, the process is fairly similar. We go to the insert ribbon, and these are our two choices. Is it a picture we have from our file, or is it an online picture? If it's a picture you have, we can simply click Pictures, and that will open up your Explorer window, but by default it will look in your libraries and pictures. You would then need to navigate to wherever you have your images stored. Now in your working folders, in the correct folder, there are two images made available for you to experiment with. I'm going to choose Sienna. So you browse to where your image is stored, you select the image and then insert. The image is then inserted. You can then resize that image and control it just as we controlled the shapes, by controlling the wrapping, by controlling its situation on the page here with our layout options. You see how it's defaulted to inline with the text, or we can choose any of the wrapping options that we've already previously covered. So if I go for square, move with text or fix on the page, we'll move with the text, even though there currently isn't any. But turning the wrapping on then gives me the ability to move the picture where I feel fit. And again, you see the guides that pop up when we're around the middle of the page, both horizontally and vertically. There's the horizontal one. Or they appear left-hand margin, right-hand margin, and also the top margin. So that's inserting an image from your hard drive. Very simple to do. Simply place your cursor where you would like the picture to start with, and then we can move it and resize it about. So insert pictures. Let's put our other one in here, the Ferrari. Now when you insert an image into Word, you can insert it into the file so it becomes part of the file. Or if we go down to the insert option and click the drop down, you'll find we have other choices. Insert is the default, so it will take the image, it'll actually insert it into the Word document. If you then were to email that document to someone else, the image would be there, it would be embedded. Or we can link to the file, in which case we would just have a straightforward hyperlink within the document to that file. Or we can insert and link to the file. If I choose insert and link, we get the document, but it also becomes a link to that file should I need to reopen it. So if you hover over, you'll see that the path to the file is displayed. And if we click away and then hover back over, we'll find that we can actually access that file by using Control click. So effectively, Word has inserted a hyperlink to the file. Ignoring that hyperlink for the moment, we can then resize this file just as we could the picture of Sienna. Don't forget, if you use the corners, it will stay in proportion. If you use the horizontal and vertical resize handles, it will go out of proportion. Turning on one of the wrapping options then gives me the ability to move it around the document where I feel fit. So that's inserting an image from a file. Now, if you don't have the appropriate image that you're trying to find for your particular article or your document, you can then go online. So if we go to Insert Online Pictures, this is where we find the real power of Word 2013. Now, our choices here are to search office.com clip art. This has a vast amount of royalty-free images and illustrations. Or we can do a search of the web itself, but you would need to be very careful about images that you used directly from the web, whether they were copyrighted or had royalty issues attached. Or I can even browse my SkyDrive. Now there are two further options here, are to insert images from Facebook and from a Flickr account, but both of these would need adding as services to my accounts section that we've looked at previously. For the moment, to stay royalty and cost-free, we will stay with office.com clip art. It may be that I'm after a picture that would denote data for my access manual, I'm thinking. So I type a search term and then press return, and the office.com clip art will do a search of relevant and related images. The images then appear, 119 potential results. Once I find one that I like the look of, that's appropriate for my uses, this one here for example, I can zoom in if I need to see it a bit closer, just by clicking the little plus sign here. not that it goes that much bigger. I then decide that is the correct one, and I can choose Insert. Now you can pick more than one image at a time by using Control-click. So maybe that I quite like this one here as well. So if I Control-click that too, we see we now have 2 items selected. Let's go for a third. Phone one there, 3 items selected. And then Insert will download the 3 of those from office.com and insert them into my document. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Just like the images that have come from my hard drive, I could change the wrapping so that I can just move them where I feel like, and I can resize them so that they're the appropriate size and dimensions for my document. Change the wrapping, resize that one, and this one also, change the wrapping, and then resize to suit. So that's inserting images both from your hard drive and from the internet. The internet ones have been made very, very easy from the Insert Online Pictures by giving you access to office.com, clipart and images, all royalty and cost-free. Also accessing the internet directly using a Bing image search, your SkyDrive if you've got any images there, your Facebook galleries and your Flickr accounts.